Hey everybody, welcome to Truth Tellers Crystal Network. This is Jonah Doss, and we're here today with one of our favorite guests we have on the show, CHESTON RENDALL. He's here to talk about his new book, Interdimensional Highways, the Roads They Take to Keep Us Asleep. Thanks for coming on the show, CHESTON.
Hey, thank you very much, Jonah. I appreciate it. Whenever I'm given the opportunity to just, speak the real truth with what I know to be a real comrade and a real friend in fighting these foes.
Yeah, well, we always love having you on the show.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, it means a lot.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about this book? I've already read it. I can testify it's absolutely amazing, eye-opening experience from front to back. But why don't you just give us a little rundown of kind of what this is all about?
Well, let me just say, Jonah, first of all, the accolades mean quite a lot, and I'm sure you all be using that as a blurb pretty soon on one of my next book covers. But all joking aside, basically, Interdimensional Highway is kind of like an expose of the time I spent in some would call it the captivity of, but I would consider it the comfortable stay of some beings who to lesser minds would perhaps be conceived of as angels or aliens, but to me, who is a being who's been granted higher truth, I know them to be in fact us at a higher stage, not one, not two, but 300 years in the future. A better selves of us, and the things they showed me, both truths dark and light, all of which very interesting, all of which in this handy $29.95 little handbook here.
Wow, that sounds absolutely amazing. So when you were with these beings, can you tell us anything about what they looked like? What did they want from you?
Well, certainly I could, Jonah. So first of all, I'd like to speak a little bit about where I was when these beings found me. I'd like to say I was not a well man. I was well past my demographics, expected or recommended weight level. I was doing hard drugs regularly. I had not one but two children from different mothers, neither of which I was paying support for. And I was just getting high in my car, out in my truck, and what should I see but a bright light and hear a loud ripping in the world. And I met some creatures that some would find repulsive, some would find arousing, but I just came to find to be the best friends I've ever had, and the bringers of the most radiant truth I've ever known. The keepers of the crystal light, and the people who brought me forth to the true way, my true calling.
Well, this is just amazing to hear firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
And after reading your book, one of the things that stood out to me immediately was chapter 3. You kind of outline the cosmology that they're not teaching us in schools.
Of course, I would love to go into that, Jonah. So if you could open your copy of Interdimensional Highway to page 32, and we could look at the graphic. You have it open there?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
All right. So you could see we live in Universe A, which intersects with Universe B, which is accursed and occupied by several unsavory characters, which we can go into later. Coming out of Universe A, we have Universe BB, and out of that we have Uni C, which is kind of like a baby dimension, kind of like a playground or a playground. To the right of that, we have a little area I'd be remiss to not mention, but I do not want to go into it, and I will not go into it And underneath that, we have the Nobi zone. And holding all of these universes back, holding all of this space back, all these different zones back, are the Rams of Mark, and that's what separates us from what is a blissful place you and I will only ever dream at, and that is Hogworld.
Oh yeah, Hogworld was that was really something that caught my eye when I was reading.
Well, yeah, Jonah. I mean, I'd say that anybody with a fully functioning third eye would have damn near all of their focus captured by Hogworld. I mean, it's the ultimate dream. It's the unattainable. It's the world beyond all the worlds. It's a pure slop playground, you know. And every one of us is a pig, just a pig free to muck and smash and play around. Hogworld is the next step, but we're never gonna know it. We're never gonna know it. We can stay safe and we can move forward, but will we ever know Hogworld? I highly doubt it. But you know, we make do. We make concessions. That's such is living, isn't it? But we can always dream a Hogworld, you know.
Well, it's just another thing where they're bashing us down and not letting us live our dreams. And first we had the Illuminati. Then I find out about reptilians. Then we get freaking Obama. But then I turn to chapter 7 in this book, and I find out there's arguably a race of beings that's actually been pulling the strings of everybody I just said.
Yeah, I mean the Eggmen, because let's just be honest, that's who we're talking about. I mean, I don't want to mince words and say we're talking about space vampires when we're talking about something hell of a lot worse than space vampires. And we're talking about the Eggmen, you know. Let's just say the ugly words, you know, and feel that ugly wince, you know, because we're talking about the spacemen, and to them, Mr. Obama, the Illuminatis, the reptiles, they're not even strings worth pulling. They're gravel on the road to the Eggmen. The Eggmen are monsters. They are demons who hate us, who hate our consciousness, our bodies, and our way of life. And they are coming in from Universe B. And see, here's what they did, Jonah. Here's what they did. For a long time, they've been trying to come in through intersect between Universe B and Universe A, which is our universe. And they've been relatively unable to do that. A few of them have been unable to come in. We usually got the Men in Black, and one of their few good things that they do to usually take care of that. Or, you know, just some people, you know, vampire hunters or something, you know, will take care of an Eggman or something, you know. Somebody will see an Eggman, know it's something wrong in our world, and take care of it, you know. Here's what they're doing now. Nobody knows how they came up with this new discovery, but we know it's bad. We know it's about the worst it's ever been with Eggmen. And that is, the Eggmen are hopping. They're short-circuiting the interdimensional highway, and they're hopping from Universe B onto Uni C. Now, they've hopped onto Uni C. We got whole battalions of Eggmen. Angry, horny, rude. And they have hopped into Uni C, and they have corrupted that baby dimension that is a baby of our dimension, and we've got a teenage dimension now, and it is corrupted, and it has got a black soul and zits. You understand me? And they have hopped onto Universe BB, and they are starting to come into our universe, hurting our kids, bringing down everything we stand for into our Universe A. And it's scary, and it gives me chills every time I think about it. And I'll tell you this much, Jonah. I'm thinking about it just about every goddamn second of my day.
God, it almost sounds like you're talking about the Democrats. It gets me so steamed.
It's things like this do get me steamed, you know. But when I start to think about earthly politics, I just think, you know what? It's all just this. It's all a game to them. It's all a game to them. It's all the squabbling of primates to these rotund pieces of crap that want to come in and want to tear apart. They want to tear apart our bodies. They want to wear us. They want to wear us like skin suits. Walk around like it's some grand pantomime, some play. I mean, Hillary Clinton, Manson, Tupac, Shakur. None of these names mean a good goddamn when we're talking about the war that's been going on for so long between the Barbados boys and the Eggmen.
Well, it's absolutely amazing information to hear. Very nightmarish, and I'm gonna have trouble coming to terms with it in the coming days. But I'm no stranger to the battle.
This is, if I could just tell you, I want you to just let you know, to let you and all readers of this volume know, this is actually not an unusual phenomenon. It's actually called Eggman fear, and it comes across oftentimes when one just has to recognize that there are Eggmen and that they are coming for us. A lot of times it's accompanied by tremors, shakes, heart palpitations, even incontinence, occasionally retroactive in one's life. So it's a normal thing, and I wouldn't want you to go home, go to sleep feeling ashamed with this information.
Well, thankfully, I found out by the end of your book, the first step is accepting
Absolutely.
that these Eggmen run
let
the
it
show.
In your, exactly.
And from there, you have to move on, and then we have to stop them from getting through.
Yeah,
there.
absolutely. The first step, honestly, in anything, honestly, and I'm pulling off my cool guy sunglasses, and we're just being honest here. Is first step always in anything is self-betterment, and the first way you get better, when you're really trying to get better in the highest, most important way possible, is you just look in the mirror and you look in God's eye and you say, there are Eggmen and they are bigger than any of us. But we are going to accept it. We're going to have our cry, slap our face in the mirror, slap our face with some cold sink water, and we're going to fight them. We're not going to take this lying down.
That's right, and we are equipped with a weapon to fight them, and you're actually taking that with you on your book tour with you.
I am actually, and yeah, this is another really great deal that I would actually be really neglectful if I were to not mention is, now, the one thing, as we all know, that an Eggman hates is honey. Now, I'm bringing around specially anointed honey, and it's in vats. We got it in vats. We got it in crates. We got it in jars. And we got it kind of in an unusual format in hula hoops, which is
that sounds fun, pretty fun actually.
The hula hoop
for my kids.
The
to
hula
be
hoop
able
variety.
To,
yeah, I was going to say
to
actually
get involved.
The hula hoop variety is actually a kind of a thing that my new wife, she's kind of a little bit more of a fun side of the family. That's been kind of a little bit more of a novel, quirky kind of side to the fight for truth, which I like it, and it's selling really well. And you can just kind of spin around, do a little bit of spin around in it, and uncuff it kind of, and take a little slurp like it's a kind of a feeding tube. Snap it back, spin around some more, do some pirouettes on the lawn, But it's all got honey, and the thing with the honey is it's great. You can eat it. You can put it in your milk or your water and drink it. But most importantly, when we're talking about safety and we're talking about taking the next step, is you can coat it. You need to coat it. You need to coat your whole body with it to keep away the Eggmen, because there is a time where they're coming through. They're going to be attacking our world. They are going to be here, all of them. And if you have honey on your body, you are going to be living as blessed, free to mow your lawn, go out, pick up the paper, do every little thing a normal person could do, while your neighbors perish, while everybody who is not coated in honey, our honey, will perish, will burn.
Well, as you tell us, it is an inevitability.
It is an inevitability. I would also, after the perish and burn, I would also like to mention the Eggmen are especially fond of peeling skin back. Kind of got some kind of association with them being eggshell men. So I just don't want you to go out thinking, oh, well, I love fire, I'm fine burning. They'll peel your skin off and they'll set fire to your muscles. They'll do a lot of different things. I just didn't want to come off saying, hey, they're just going to come here and make it a fire world, so have honey or have fire, because it's not that simple of a choice. It's have honey or have every pain, because they know every pain and they want to bring it to us because they hate us.
Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
Absolutely, Jonah.
And
always a pleasure.
And I'm gonna have to get a couple jars.
Jonah, I would like to mention actually.
Yeah.
Because you were saying that you had some children, and I do actually have some discounts on this. Is that I am going around offering to just because I'm trying to save everybody. I mean, this time is soon, and I'm just offering free on this book tour, free slatherings of my honey. And so there's a discount for children. If you would be interested in that, maybe let the whole fam come. I heard you have a pretty young wife as well. If you'd like to get her in on it, and I'm just trying to get around and spread the word.
I'm flattered by the offer, and I might have to take you up on that.
I hope you do.
At least pick up a couple jars.
Okay. Well, I hope you take me up on the other offer, though.
All right. Well.
Hope you take me up on the other offer.
The book is called Interdimensional Highways, The Roads They Take to Keep Us Asleep. This is Jonah Doss, Truth Tellers Crystal Network. As I say every night, I'm feeling Truman. Let's bust through this cloud wall. Good night, everybody.